Good Sunday afternoon, Perini Fitness sports fans. It's January 17th, around 1:20 p.m. I'm inside my house after doing a bar dips test. That's a separate video that I'm uploading. And so today I decided to test myself for an Asian squat max hold duration. My personal best is 9 minutes. There's a video on YouTube showing that one. For those of you who watched that, you may remember that one of the things I did to pass the drudgery of the time was to read to you a couple passages from the two books that I've self-published. Here they are again. Every man who looks in a mirror sees a 16-year-old kid. And the other one is His Sky is Always Blue Over Yonder. Both books are available on Amazon in both paperback and Kindle format. This is not a plug to sell the books. I wrote these books for my own personal development and to have fun, and it's been a barrel of laughs, a lot of fun. I'm glad I did it. It's made me a better person. I'm also going to read from my blog one of my favorite compositions. It was really quite popular as far as view counts, and so I'm going to start off reading that one first, and then I'll read perhaps two passages from my books, one from each book, written quite a while ago, but I hope you find it good food for thought. My genre when I write is middle-aged man reflections about living and dying, gracefully aging, trying to live a good, honest life. I realize that some of my YouTube viewers are younger people. I always tell you to enjoy your youth because your day will come, God willing. And so right now, I'm a middle-aged man about to turn age 66 in about a month, and things just slow down, and fitness performance isn't quite what it used to be in the younger days, but we can still show up and make an honest effort. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try a 10-minute Asian squat hold. Cheer me on. Let's see how it goes. The clock has started. Okay, so the first composition I'm going to share with you is something that I wrote and published on my blog on February 1st, 2019. It was almost 2 years ago, and it was very popular, one of the most viewed compositions in my 12-year history of doing this. And so the title of it is Comparison is the Thief of Joy. Thanks to YouTube and other social media places, it's now possible to read and view what other people are doing in their fitness journeys. Often, what gets shared and posted are workouts performed by younger people, many who are bigger, faster, stronger, and everything more than an average middle-aged man like Perini Fitness. It's only natural to make comparisons of what they're doing to what I'm capable of doing. Additionally, with an archival treasure of past training journals, I'm also able to compare what I've done in the past to what I'm currently doing. To compare how much I lifted in this lift or that lift, how long it took me to complete 100 burpees or run a certain distance, such as 3 miles, or how many pull-ups I was able to perform in a single set to failure. These comparisons could go on and on because of how extensive my past training journals are. If I had a chip on my shoulder and low middle-aged man self-esteem, I would be depressed because the fitness prowess showcased in so many of these YouTube videos and my past training journals is fitness superiority compared to my present abilities. It's not likely that I'll run a mile in 6 minutes flat or press a 175-pound barbell overhead for a single repetition. Oh, I suppose both would be possible if I trained smartly to resurrect such feats, but dare I say this middle-aged man may not have the ganas to tackle such training. Perini Fitness is more content nowadays to just show up to his workout venue, wherever it happens to be, and make a decent effort at maintaining and maybe slightly improving what he currently has in the fitness department. however it's measured, cardiovascular conditioning, speed, strength, etc., etc. I'm okay with such a realization because at this point in my middle-aged man life journey, while these fitness attributes are important, it doesn't take much for me to excel among my peers, thanks to the sedentary and relatively unfit lifestyles so many of my peers live. And I am reminded to be grateful for what I have and to put it all in perspective, best expressed by the late and great President Theodore Roosevelt that comparison is the thief of joy. Once again, that was my middle-aged man reflection that I wrote on February 1st, 2019. You can view it again on my Perini Fitness blog, www.perinifitness.com. I'll post a link below. So I've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds right now into my Asian squat hold. I'm going for 10 minutes. And reading that took my mind off the drudgery of being in the hold. And so that's good. So now I'm going to read to you something that was written a long time ago and appears in my first book, Every Man Who Looks in a Mirror Sees a 16-Year-Old Kid. And the title of this composition, this one's a bit shorter, is Forever Never Made It Back to the Gym. One evening several years ago, I returned to the gym after a 3-week timeout. I had just completed a much-needed rest and recovery fitness training sabbatical. I arrived at the gym around 6:10 p.m. that evening. Since time was short, I did an easy, fast, and safe whole-body workout. The barbell weights I chose were light, and the repetitions and sets I performed were moderate. I was done 20 minutes later when the clock struck 6:30 p.m. Easy as this workout was, I was sure the following afternoon would greet my body with some familiar delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS for short. Quite frankly, I was looking forward to it. In a reflective moment when beginning my cool down, I thought about how good it felt to have jumped back on my fitness training saddle. 3 weeks was a long time off, or at least that was my perception. I've always said, as a middle-aged man, I'm only good as my last workout. My reflective cool down ended pondering about out-of-shape and overweight men and women who at one time were fit and trim, took some time off for rest and recovery, and forever never made it back to the gym. So that's the second composition I'm going to read to you. And let's see how the clock is looking. Got 5 minutes and 38 seconds right now. Starting to feel a little burn in the quads. Am I going to make 10 minutes? Well, as long as I keep myself busy, so let's continue on and read another one. So this one comes from my second self-published book, His Sky is Always Blue Over Yonder. And this one is called Wherever I Go, There I Am. Years ago, when my reading interests were more eclectic, I once read a book written by Jon Kabat-Zinn titled Wherever You Go, There You Are. The book's subtitle read Mindful Meditation in Everyday Life, but it was the title that mostly captured my interest. These words eventually became a lingering reminder to me that remains today. I find myself chanting these words in acts of self-talk whenever I'm stuck in the gutter of my negative thinking. For example, how life would be much better if I made a move from here to there, changed the work I do from this to that, or changed the people in my life who are in my sphere of influence from these people to those people. I learned by repeating this phrase that even if I made all the changes described above, at the end of the day, I would still be stuck with myself. So I do better by making me better in all my daily doings. But is this true? Am I really stuck with myself? Is the way I am the way I'll be? I've always thought so, but an article I read recently challenged my conventional thinking. This article was titled, You and Your Therapist Can Change Your Personality. It began with this: A question for the ages. Are you stuck with yourself? What followed was a summary of conventional psychology that personalities once formed are stubborn, that they remain relatively the same. In other words, we are who we are and we're stuck with ourselves. Another group of psychologists believe that our personalities are so unstable that trying to measure any change is hardly worthwhile. Recently, a team of researchers wrote an article appearing in a monthly professional psychological journal sharing the results of their analysis of 207 prior studies. They reported how personalities can and do change, and sometimes by a lot. But guess what? According to the article, you'll need the help of a professional therapist to bring about this change. This middle-aged man has always joked that the job of these psychology therapists is eventually to tell us we're all nuts. So I'll skip therapy sessions and stick with my self-talk, trying to make the better me, knowing that wherever I go, there I am. Okay, Perini Fitness sports fans, we got 8 minutes and 42 seconds as I speak. It's getting a little hard, but I'm within striking distance, and I'm planning on going for 10 minutes for a new PR. 8 minutes and 53 seconds right now. I'm about ready to tie my personal best of 9 minutes, 8:59, 9 minutes. I've tied my personal best. I have 1 minute to go. So once I hit my 10-minute goal, which has been a goal of mine, I'm going to start testing what the carryover benefit of having done this Asian squat journey for the past probably 6 weeks. I'm going to start doing some double kettlebell squats. I'm going to start doing some other tests of strength. I don't belong to a gym. I don't have access to barbells, so I won't be able to do any barbell work. But a double 24-kilogram kettlebell squat workout is one good way to test how I do. 9 minutes and 36 seconds here. We're narrowing in on the 10-minute personal record that I've been training for, and it looks like I'm going to achieve. The question is, will I be able to stand up? I doubt it. I'm not going to even try. 9:49, 9:50, 9:51, 9:52, 9:56. All right, Perini Fitness sport fans, I'm tickled pink. I just did a 10-minute Asian squat hold. I've been training for it. When I started off, the first time I did it for only 2 minutes, and that was hard. And so by methodically training, using my Asian squat interval training workout, I was able to increase my hold time. And so I'm really feeling good about myself right now. Today, Sunday, January 17th, 2021, in the privacy of his home, Perini Fitness sets a new personal best with the Asian squat with a 10-minute hold. All right, Perini Fitness sports fans, take care, be safe, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Perini Fitness signing off.